We used to have pretty women and hardworking men. Now we have pretty men and hardworking women. We literally live in a generation where women have to become the man because men are busy acting like a princess. They want women to do the hard labor, cater to their needs, and stroke their ego at the same time. This generation of men want submissive providers. And that's exactly why women are choosing to stay single and independent. Because she refuses to take care of a grown man who lacks emotional intelligence and the ability to protect and provide.
I'm going to get yelled at in the comments for saying this, but a lot of women today are single because they haven't met a man who's better at being a man than they already are. Look, she's independent, she's got a good job, handles her shit and solves her problems. So when a man comes into her life and doesn't add anything meaningful to it, he's just another responsibility to her. And that's why the women of today are no longer chasing relationships. They're choosing peace.
So where are the girls that are not going to be with a man just for his money?
They're no longer interested in being your mom. Women want an equal partner. So many men go for women just because they find them hot and no other reason, but then get angry at women when they do the same thing with a man who has money, as if it's not the same kind of transaction. If money is all you have to offer, money is all someone's going to stay for. I have been with my husband for nearly a decade. He's an educator, and we all know educators don't get paid as much as they should. He has been let go. We've been through so many rough times, and I have never thought of leaving because I know I'm never going to find someone like him ever again. He's an equal partner. He has loved me through every stage, pregnancy, stretch marks, over 200 pounds, you name it. He has loved me and made me feel beautiful through every single stage. He's an equal partner, both in raising our children and in the household. He's kind, he's gentle, he does not have a bone of toxic masculinity in him. He knows how to appeal to the female gaze. He knows me, he sees me, he listens intently. Women want equal partners who are emotionally intelligent, and they're not willing to settle for less. Because if she has to build a table and then proceed to cook everything that's on that table, she'd rather eat alone and in peace.
I understand why a lot of women are choosing to stay single these days, especially the ones in their 30s and 40s that people are calling damaged goods, right? And you can make fun of these women saying how they're gonna die alone with their 9 cats and their 1 dog. Well, guess what? That shit sound peaceful to me. And this is not to say I hate men, but I'll tell you what, I train men, I coach men, I manage men, and they cannot follow simple instruction. Simple instruction they can't follow. You tell them to do A, B, C, and they do D, E, F. Tell me I'm wrong. How many times have you sent that man to the grocery store and he got the wrong item? How many times you asked that man can you please take out the trash? And he told you I'll do it later. 2 days passed, the trash is still there. How many times? Simple instructions, men cannot follow simple instructions. They just can't. You know who follows simple instructions? Men with emotional intelligence. Men who value the people they're with or surrounded by. Those men follow simple instructions. Men who don't give a shit about nothing, not even you. Your simple instructions is just a chore he don't want to do. And a lot of women are tired of this because there's a lot more men that cannot follow simple instructions, and it's exhausting when you have to keep giving basic instructions. Sis, how the hell are you supposed to stay nurturing? How are you supposed to stay on top of your shit when you're constantly having to micromanage a full-grown man? It's exhausting. That's why a lot of women are choosing to stay single. They're not choosing to stay single because they want to. It's almost a necessity at this point. Like, until you prove that you can lead, you have emotional intelligence, empathy, compassion, you have some sort of practicality within your brain that you can process things and make shit happen, women are not gonna settle, man. Because look at it. We have more women crushing it these days. This ain't me picking a side. This is me looking at how things are going right now. I manage quite a crew of men. And bro, 90% of them are fucking stupid. 90% of them. I say, hey, do it this way. This is how it has to be done. The end product, the end goal is like a flip-flop. And I'm like, bro, Can you imagine women have to deal with this? How do you expect a woman to stay soft all the time when she's constantly in survival mode trying to micromanage a full-grown adult that's supposed to have the knowledge to do basic shit? How is she supposed to do that?
So I just saw a video where this woman just said it's a flex to come home to a man-free house. There's a bunch of women on there like, oh, it's a flex to not have to hear what's for dinner. Did you cook? I'm so happy I don't got no man. When you get real sick, I don't mean flu sick. You know what kind of sick I'm talking about. And you get that diagnosis and you come home and have to get in that cold bed. You'll think your homegirls are going to be there, and they will. They'll be there for your surgeries, and they'll come by and check on you. But at some point, you'll be there by yourself. And your man or your significant other would be there.
What he failed to mention is sometimes a woman is married and still has to lean on her female friends because men are 6 times more likely than women to leave a terminally ill spouse. Some of these men believe that the sickness and health they talk about in their vows is only her staying with them if they get sick. If she gets sick, there's no guarantee that man will still be there. They'll say, how will you support yourself financially? Women make their own money. They'll say, who will protect you? From who? Other men? She's got a Rottweiler and pit bull that she feeds like a grown man. She's got a security system. She's got a pink Glock that she keeps in her nightstand that she calls Lullaby because it'll put a grown man to sleep. I think she'll be fine. I like to use these scare tactics to try to act like women need men for protection or to provide for them. And what if you get terminally ill? The thing is, there is no guarantee. I don't care if you just had his baby. I don't care if you just got married. I don't care if you took care of him and when he had nothing. I don't care if you brought him in from off the street. He used to be unhoused. I don't care if he crossed his heart, hope to die, pinky promise. If the man wants to leave you, that's exactly what he's going to do. Like the video I made about a week ago where the man was like, well, if the woman just cook and clean and do what a man says, women have done all that. And the man has still decided to leave. We're always looking for a ride or die, but too many women have rode and died and got nothing for it. Some of you men will never notice how much a woman was willing to ride for you until she decides to park.
The idea of being romantically involved with a man ever again feels so counterintuitive to my health and happiness that I don't even entertain the fantasy of meeting the right person anymore. I can't remember a time when I was consistently happy or at ease while dating a man, which is such a stark contrast to how peaceful my life feels now. What I really resent is how the work of finding happiness with a man has been so normalized. Women are told to communicate better and compromise more, but the result stays the same. Men siphon your energy and drain you of your time, your health, your money, and peace. And dating one would feel like walking into a wall, but for some reason expecting not to hit my head, even though I did every other time before. You know what isn't work though? Not having to mother a grown man. Making decisions without explaining or justifying yourself to someone who isn't capable of understanding. Being alone. Decentering men is the closest I found to a formula for happiness, longevity, peace, and prosperity. All my labor goes into me and I can decide how I want my life to look without worrying about the male gaze or finding and keeping a partner. It takes away so much pressure and feels like complete and total freedom.